Very well, welcome back to Let's Play Theia the Crimson Eclipse. Last time, we entered Neo's secret lab, got to the end and discovered that Neo's father is dead. He however left us with his research and the anti-atlas, which serves to purify one's body from Ariathale. Dr. Risan gave his life for his Ariathale research. Yeah, I just said that, thank you Rudra for stating the obvious. This is the scanning equipment. Neo has put my jewel in the machine already. We're going to have the results soon. These are my father's notes. I also see a crystal analysis workstation. All we need is sterile equipment to do the blood analysis. Seth, can you check that closet over there? Sure. The equipment must be in here. What? Their commander. He was no common rebel for sure. Even wore a heavy armor with an intricate design. It's what a lion. Neon, come here, hurry! Remember the armor Shylock told us about? Your father was keeping it. It's a golden armor with a lion head on it. So this is the armor worn by the military chief of the barbarians, who was sold at Rail 20 years ago. I don't understand. What's your father to do with foreign forces? I have no clue, really. Damn it, Dad. We've got something big on our hands. Your father must have had something to do with them. This armor is proof enough. Yeah, but we won't be getting any answers for him now that he's dead. His message only mentioned the anti-atlas. We'll think about this later. We'll have some urgent work to do now. Yeah, the sterile equipment is here too, luckily. Come on, Seth, lie down over there. It's time to analyze your blood and Nadia's and get some answers. I never had anyone draw my blood like this. It feels my arm is burning. Yeah, it's the first time for me as well. I'm so nervous. So what did the result look like? Here, this is all the data we needed. Your blood is completely different from that of common humans. I gather you've both been contaminated by the Ariathale. Seth, your case is even odder. It's like you're quite literally of mixed blood. Two different fluids flow in your veins. One of them being human blood, the other Ariathale contaminated substance. The magic touch fluid reacts strangely to human blood. I think this explains the cause of your sickness. What is it? Every time the two fluids mix, your heart has a sort of seizure, and the blood flow thus impeded leads to the terrifying migraines. Now listen up, what causes the two bloods to mix is the presence of Ariathale crystals. I see. Nadia's blood is a completely different case, however. Different? Didn't you say we have the same blood? Only partially. All of your blood is contaminated. This means that the reaction to the two fluids mixing up is completely absent for you. Your heart pumps your blood regularly at all times. One thing is sure, anti-atlas would be lethal to both of you, as it was for my father. I wouldn't have used it. I know for sure that Ariathale is the only thing that allows me to speak with Dale, and I can't renounce to my condition until I find out who she is and what she wants to tell me. But if my blood is contaminated, does that mean I'll become a monster too? Now, let's be calm. Now, I know it's hard to hear, but in your condition, I find it amazing that you're not a monster already. I'm not able to explain that. Wait, I'm not done. I don't think you'll ever become a monster, Nadia. How do you know? I've been in touch with Ariathale all this time. Well, I don't know for sure, but for once, you've never touched any Ariathale. Your jewel is not a red crystal as we thought. I mean, it's a similar material, but it radiates no energy. Wait a second, this means... Nadia, you are all his energy source. Nadia. Who am I? What am I? I've always known I was different, but when I met you, I thought for a second that perhaps I really was a normal girl. You gave me hope. You said I wasn't different. It was just my memento, and now you've taken it all away. Now I know I'm different. I just wanted to be normal, you know, to live as any girl my age. What do I get instead? Because of my curse, everyone thinks I'm a witch. I'm not a witch. I'm not a monster. You're a magical girl. Nadia, listen. I don't know what's happened to you. I don't know why you were born with these talents. All I know is that you really are a normal girl. There's nothing wrong with you. I've had my doubts about myself as well, about what's been going on in the past few years. But I decided I won't back down until I know what's affecting me. I promised to someone I hold dear, and I won't turn back. I will discover the truth, no matter what it takes. Well, we all have our problems, I guess. Solving them is on us. When we can't solve them, we can only learn to live with them. But the choice is on you. If I go back home, I'll never know who I really am. I'll never know why I have these powers. I know what I have to do. I'll come with you. I know it's going to be dangerous, and I don't want to slow you down. So, I will do all I can to help. I can see your spirits forming a lasting bond. We're all stronger together. I am as well. I shall come with you on your travels. I'm sure we'll get to the end of it. But now we need to go and inform the Emperor about these recent events. There's no time to waste. Now that Nadia's definitely a permanent party member, we get to mess around with her equipment and weapons and stuff. So we get to talk about that as well. Before we exit here, let's do just that. First of all, I'm going to unequip everything from everyone. Trust me, just do that. More hair as well. Then Rudra gets this out. Boots of Hermes, okay. Nadia takes this out. Also the golden corias. And he only has the golden corias. Okay, done that. Now, first and foremost, let's go to upgrade skills. Now that we can access the screen, Nadia's Vampire and Thimble Venter, which we've already seen. Mistral deals wind damage, and as you can see from here, it deals damage to all foes. Upgrading it only deals small damage. While upgrading Vampire to level 3 makes it inflict bleed as well, and Thimble Venter to level 3 also inflicts blocked. I'm gonna take Mistral level 1, because it's always nice to have a party-hitting move. Then there's also Mind Crush. Mind Crush is interesting. I'm gonna take a level 1. 260 AP. Yeah, I'll take that, thank you. Mind Crush inflicts the seal status and only has a 50% hit to work. On level 2 it also inflicts Depressed and it is now 55, and on level 3 also inflicts Frail 60% hit. It's not really super useful, you're mostly gonna use the 3 above, but you know, if you know your target can be inflicted by one of those 3 status, Mind Crush might be useful. Don't really spend too much time or APs on it though, just try to power those up, because those are really the ones that you're gonna use. Okay, done that, we also have to see our weapon, because we haven't talked about it. Details. This is the Atlas Armband, and it's pretty standard. No innate, no alter, no synergy, it only gives a burst to spirit. That's it. That's all it does, and that's the stat that you get if you level it up. But yeah, the only, I guess, good thing about this weapon is that it has one Guard Atlas shard slot. Her next weapon only has the offensive and not the guard, so if you want the Guard Atlas for some unknown reason, because you want like to create a build or something, then the Atlas Armor is good. Now, we do have a camping session right now, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Also, I want to show off the only page of the Weaponomicon we have so far, the Mephisto. And this is how it looks like. This is for now. Attack command can inflict bleed and frail status with 40% success. It's not too bad, actually. Although I really love my brand bonus on strength, so I don't know if I'm really going to equip Unveil on him ever. But hey, it's there if you want it. Other than that, let's see. I do want to make some donations right now, because there are a bunch of things we can get. And we have a lot of Zenith right now. Okay, 4 more and I leveled it up, so... Okay, with 10,000 Zenith, we'll upgrade the shop to 4. Also, not quite. No, I don't want to do this yet. Buy items, okay. So now that the shop is level 4, we can get healing quartz, healing pearls, actually, huh? I might buy a few of these for something coming up. Not too many of them. Yeah, just 3. Yeah, 3's more than enough. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of money later, don't worry. Soul quartz are fine, Olber remedy. There's a little bit more stuff to sell here. Also, my volume is stupidly high. Hang on. I realize that now my headphones volume is super high. Okay, on the Atlas shop there's a lot of things. Also, the bleeding rushes can now be bought here. This is the thing you get from the Red Guard. And if you didn't defeat that super boss on the first part of Neon's lab, you can get it here. I don't know if Rush and Psy were here, probably they will. There's Psy Crisis, Lot of Spirit, but Auto Crisis can be useful in some setups, but right now it ain't that worth it. Charged, this is nice. 45 strength, minus 25 spirit. If you're not going against anything that deals spirit-based damage, this is good. And Wizards is the opposite. Minus 25 strength and plus 45 spirit. Awesome on people like Nadia. Unfortunately, she cannot equip it yet because she doesn't have an offensive at the shard slot. But she'll have one soon, don't worry. Alpha, we already seen it. Rush Alpha is 30 strength, awesome. Psy Alpha, 30 spirit, awesome. Red Atlas, we've already seen this, I think. 80 strength and auto bleed. I don't know. It might have some uses. This is interesting. This is Furia. Minus 15 to strength, resistance, and spirit, but you get always on passive, basically. You start with 20% on the Exceed Gaze. We got Lephis, Taurus, Kelonia, Stridity, and we have two alphas here, which are the better versions. We have Lephis Alpha, which gives us 13. Kelonia Alpha is really interesting, 20 resistance. I think I'll just pop one. I'll have to buy one later anyway. Benomas, Lima, Focus, yeah, these are protection for status ailments. There are Vampire Flux that protect from fire and ice. Driven is interesting. Lowers a lot of your resistance, but boosts your dexterity for quite a bit. Can be useful for some build, I tried it once. And I think that's it. Materials, I think, yes, yeah. He sends steels now? Steel and circuits, is that what's new? Oh well. Do I have anything to sell? Fallon. Let's see. I got Nucleus, but no, I don't have any of those sell-only items. Oh well. Thinking about your old man. Yeah, I'm thinking all about his kept hidden from me. Studying an antidote in secret, keeping in touch with the barbarians. Why didn't you tell me anything? He knew he could ask me for help. Maybe he wanted to protect you. You really think so? Both are delicate and dangerous things. Maybe your father wanted to keep you out of that stuff to let you live your life with your family and your friends without worrying about that shady stuff. Bad. Thanks, Seth. Really, thank you. Nero has no support skill, Concentration, which enhances the spirit. Anything else to say? Nope, that are many things you were keeping from me, okay. Suit of armor we found in Christopher's Risan's lab. Belongs to those foreign soldiers, doesn't it? That's what Sherlock says. Though I don't get the link between Risan and the siege that took place 20 years ago. I'm sure it's important, but we cannot afford to investigate events this old at this moment. The Wyrms are a much more immediate threat. Maybe we should ignore that armor for now. You're right. There's too much going on right now. It's best to focus on the Scarlet Wyrms and go back to the lab later. Same minds think alike. Set to learn support skill Impetus. This is a almost mandatory skill for what's coming up, unless you have the chemical gloves. So either get this or the chemical gloves. And Impetus, I don't think we've seen that yet. That's a pretty important one, because it grants Exceed Plus, but Mastery down. For only 10 SPs you get Exceed Plus, which I told you, it's awesome, and you don't get it very often. It only lasts a 15 turn, but that's usually enough to get you through to an Exceed very quickly. I am the source, but what could that mean? If the Empire came to know that, what would they do to me? Would they lock me up in a lab in order to do research on me? This first option lowers your affinity by 3. This second option will raise it by 3. You and the others will protect me? For real? Yes, Nadia. Nobody will ever lock us up. If the Empire came to know that my blood and yours are different from those of the normal human beings, then they could lock us up both and analyze us. Even if truth to be told, I'd rather avoid to end up in a cage. It's the same for me. So if you're the source of the energy, that means that if I stay with you, it's more likely I could run into Dale. Dale? What's that? He's a strange bird who can speak when I'm close to a huge energy source. If I try to summon my magic in all this might, then I could make Dale appear? I think so. When the draft of the Scarlet Wyrm will be over, we will try to get in touch with Dale, okay? It knows the Ariathale. It will have more intel than us about our crystal for sure, their origins and their powers. Fine, we'll do it. This Dale could help me understand why I'm different from all the others. Dale will help us. Well, that's it. I'm gonna say sorry right now for Dale's name, because sometimes I tend to read it as Dale, sometimes as Dial, sometimes as another pronunciation. You'll have to excuse me for that. I think we're about done here. We de-equipped everyone, we camped, and yeah, we can just go to the Emperor, I guess. I don't think... Let me see this. We might be able to pick up a hunt. Just saying. That might be possible. If it is possible. Because I don't remember the exact triggers for the hunt to pop up in the Outer Heaven. Let's see. No, you don't have any jobs. Okay, so it pops up later. Because I know that later on you can get the third hunt here. But apparently that's not the moment yet. Now granted, we could still do... We still have a hunt in progress. For the... Kraken, I think. What's it called? The newborn Kraken, yeah. We could do that. But... Trust me, there'll be a better time to do it. With a better team. For now, we're just gonna head to the Imperial Castle to see a bunch more of cutscenes. Today is just a plot episode. We're not gonna do a lot of fighting. Actually, no fighting at all, really. We're just gonna move the plot along, preparing for next time. Because next time, well, we're not gonna go into the juicy things yet, but we're gonna get a taste of them. Slotzer? The Emperor is busy at the moment. You'll have to come later. If I can't speak with the Emperor himself, I need to see one of his men. I need to find Horus. Well, if we don't know anything about Horus, he's probably in the infirmary getting a checkup. So we probably should head there. And if you please move, thank you. And wouldn't you know it? Hey, you've heard the news? You're talking about the boy Horus put behind the bars? Yeah, looks like he's involved with the Scarlet Wyrms. Huh? Excuse me, do you know where I can find Horus? I need to speak with him immediately. Sheridan, sir, it's been so long since we had you in Mystia. The general should be in the prison right now. He's interrogating a man we arrested a couple of nights ago. We think it's a worm. Thanks for the info. Well, you don't look so good, I gotta say. Why don't you believe me? I don't have anything to do with the worms. You know I won't get out of here. You won't get out of here until you give me what I need. You're a stubborn one. I know for sure your hideout is somewhere in the Western Island. Tell me where. If you cooperate, the judgment might be soft on you. I've got this here. A trial? But I did nothing wrong, I told you. What if he's not lying, Horus? Come on, pal, listen to your friend. She's a smart one. Pal, how dare you? Horus, we found you finally. Seth? Dr. Risan? What takes you here to the capital? Let me explain. My oh god, this word sucks for me. My condolence. You get it. That word. I hate that word so much. It's one of the few words I just hate it. I just cannot stand that word. Give me a minute. Hang on. There we go. Couldn't figure out if my microphone was working. I was freaking out for a second. Thank you. My father was a good man. Hell, be remembered that way. So your father was studying advanced application of Ariathale energy. Yeah, the worms want these research, so they got my wife and my colleagues to use as bargaining chips. But I can't. This research in their hands would condemn the Empire. Maybe all of Ariathale. Before he died, my father told me you should have his findings. Use them well. Rose, there's no other way. Thanks. Hogard will be honored. A great leap forward for the Empire, I'm sure, but this is no time for celebrations. We have a hostage situation, and the Wyrms have their request. They're going to catch up soon. There's no time to waste. We need to save your wife. Indeed, we must act now. Is this going to take a while? Well, it's not like I've got anything better to do, but a little privacy would be nice. Who's this guy? Name is Varian. Profession? Unjustly detained, for the time being. We'll see about that. What has he been charged of? A few nights ago I was on patrol training duty with my team. This scoundrel was running up an ally and he lost something. A Scarlet Wyrm badge. But I told you, that badge ain't mine. So why did you get it? I'm not a Scarlet Wyrm. I'm with a good guy. Well, I might have emptied a pocket or two, but I'm no assassin. This whole situation is not fair, I'll tell you. What are you thinking about? Maester told me all the Wyrms we've managed to capture so far killed themselves with the poison capsule. Had he been one of them, he'd have done the same. Hey, Redhead, I love you, man. Whoever you are, I love you. I had no idea the Wyrms were this wicked, but he has a point. Now, Mr. Vanguard? You sure of this, Seth? Then why was he carrying one of their badges? It's a long story, better told at a bar counter than, well, here. Why don't we go to the Outer Heaven? They got a new server, she's a bump... Not so fast, Varian. You got plenty to tell, I bet. Oh, come on, let me go. What to do? Aha, you guys said you're going to hunt a few Wyrms, no? Well, my pals and I are on that hunt as well. Well, it's not like we're actually hunting them. We only need to find a person, but you know, no need to get into details now. In any case, I happen to know where their Levizoan hideout is. Did you take me for a fool? I just said their headquarters are on the Western Island, here, minutes ago. Yeah, but you never said the entrance is in the ruins of the ancient Marathon city. Wait, how do you know that? I told you, we've been tracking those bastards for years. Following them into the entrance was easy. Sneaking in, not so much. The only way to get those hostages before it's too late is to get in without causing too much trouble. You know, I could help with that, if you free me. And while we're there, did I mention I'm looking for someone? Right. I don't trust you. Well, I don't trust him either, but can we afford to lose this chance? This might be the best option we have. What do you think, Seth? We can't trust them, we might walk into an ambush. But if we don't, how are we going to find the entrance to the hideout? Let's take him with us. We'll organize a rescue team and go save Rose and Neon's colleagues too. Alright, but if you speak for him, Varian will be your responsibility. Any mistakes he makes will be on you. Are you sure of this? That's the only way to take the fight to those criminals. I see. You heard that, Varian? You're under Sheridan's custody now. We need to organize the raid immediately. And since Varian is coming with us, Seth, you'll be on the mission as well. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, free! Free to face death once again! Seth, my buddy, I appreciate that. Come on, it's time to crush those Wyrms.
You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
We must act now. This is our time of reckoning. Finally, the Wyrms are caught in their lair. Your Majesty, I volunteer as chief of the strike team. Very well, Horus. I should require support from other high vanguards. Now this is what I call a lucky shot. Time to show off. What do you say, Seth? Let's do it. Your Majesty, Vernil and I volunteer as well. The 3 foremost vanguards of the Misty Division, are you sure? What if things go awry? What about the hostages and all of you? They will never see us coming. We will infiltrate their base and arrest them all. Seth, you'll be the part of the second team. Those hostages are new. Keep them safe. Yes, sir. Varian want to tag along? He technically has to, Seth. Didn't you hear what Ors said before? He has to tag along. Yeah, that's what he's here for, you idiot. Me and Rudra will join too. Absolutely not. This mission is too dangerous. The Empire will not risk civilian lives like this. Leave it to our men. Hey, my wife and my friends are in there. I'm not going to Marathon City, like it or not. You can only choose whether I'm going with them or by myself. I have to go too. Azura's a worm now, and I need to meet him. Ruda, you'll come with me, Seth and Barnell. Neon, you're assigned to Seth's team. Sounds like you guys need all the help you can get. We're all vanguards too. Let us give you a hand. Commander Sergeant Vert Degree, it's a pleasure to see you two here. We came for the monthly report, Your Majesty, but it looks like there's something else to do, right? Nadia, you must remain in the capital. You're the source and the Wyrms are looking for you. We can't bring you there. Alright, I'll stay in Mystia. Do not be afraid, Nadia. You'll be under the Empire's protection. Leave as soon as you can, but be careful. Yes, Your Majesty. Let's go. Wait a second, what about me? This is a dangerous mission. You should stay here. Hey, I'm strong enough. I can do it. Come on, let's kick some Wyrms' ass. Enough, Alden. This is not a game. People have died because of the Wyrms. More lives are at stake. This is no walk in the park. Do you get this? Sometimes I ask myself, why? Why did you become a vanguard? Protecting everyone is a serious thing, and dangerous too. You're only here because you're Galleon's daughter. Alright. Oh, listen. Seth, you son of a... What's the matter with you? No, let him be, Dad. Seth is right. Hell no, he isn't. You're a great vanguard, and he has no right to... Cut it, Dad. I'm not a fool. I know what everyone thinks about me. Admission test grades don't count. I might have been the best in them, but most vanguards think what Seth just said. At least he was honest enough to say it to my face. I know I'm doing good, but no one thinks I'm a real Marine. They say I'm inconsistent, frivolous, with family in the right places. And I keep on smiling. I smile and clown around so that my weakness doesn't show. Oh, listen. That sad bastard. Once he's back, I'll make him regret not staying with the Wyrms the rest of his sorry life. Oh, listen, wait. Poor girl. She hardly deserves so harsh a treatment. Youngsters, whole pride and not a clear thought around. Nadia, am I correct? Yeah. Nice to meet you. I'm Priest Vladimir's tutor. You may call me Grant. The pleasure's mine, Lord Grant. Just Grant, really. Come, I'll show you where your room is. There you'll be safe until our vanguards make safe return.
Let's finish this quickly.
Yeah, he joins the party. Oh yeah. I can't wait. Seth, is this the right way to behave? You dumbass. We've already lost enough time. Let's go. Oh, holy Rian. I know. I acted like a total idiot back there, but we must go. I'll settle this with Allison once we're back, I promise. Listen, I'm sorry, but I have hundreds of thoughts in my mind and I just can't stay calm right now, especially after Rolly's events. Rolly? Yes, when I first met Nadia, I passed out and woke up a few hours later. But then it went berserk and attacked Rudra. For a moment, I thought I completely lost my mind. That must be Ariathale's fault. Wait, you went to Rolly even though I forbid it to you? You disobeyed my orders. Yes, Horus. I'm sorry. I can't believe it. You disappoint me, Seth. I ordered you to stay away from the Wyrms and you didn't listen. You exposed yourself to danger. You could have died. The hitmen were looking for Rudra, not me. You think they care? They're cold-blooded murderers. You're just an obstacle to them. They wouldn't hesitate to kill you. This is the path we chose, Horus. We are vanguards. You should know that better than me. Our lives are in an Empire hands, and we must be ready to sacrifice ourselves to protect it. This is the Seth I trained, finally. Not the one I met at Ismail. Nevertheless, you disobeyed an order of your general. We're old friends, Seth. We can say that I raised you and I thought everything I know. But what you said is correct. Our life is in our Empire's hands. Duty comes before friendship. Don't cross the line again. I'll have to speak with the Emperor himself about your naive behavior. Understood, Sheridan? Yes, General. We wasted enough time. On our way. Here we are. The hideout entrance must be nearby. There's one in the city center, the old cinema. Be careful. The place is full of lookouts, and they can hide well. The second entrance is through the sewers. I'll head there with Seth and the inn. By my calculation, it'll take us exactly to the center of the hideout. Alright, let's get moving. Good luck, everyone. And here we have a triple path split. So, let's go into the kind of technical details about this. Each of these parties will have a boss fight at the end of their path. Nadia's path has... No, well, actually, let's start from Rudra's path. Rudra's path has the easiest boss fight. Seth's path has the hardest boss fight. So you might want to play this in a very specific order. Usually, I suggest going from top to bottom. So start with Nadia's theme, then go to Rudra's theme, then go to Seth's theme. But I figured out something while practicing this episode and the following ones. In Seth's path, you can pick up a weapon for Nadia. So I thought, well, this time maybe I could do things out of order and start with Rudra's theme, then go to Seth's theme, and then finishing off with Nadia's theme. Just to spice things up and try something different. But again, you can do any order you want. Also, this is the reason why we de-equipped everyone at the beginning of the episode. Don't worry, each of these groups will be able to buy items, so you're not blocked like in you cannot buy stuff. So next time, we will start with Rudra, Horus, Varnell, and Sovet are the first team. Their objective is to infiltrate the Scarlet Wyrms hideout and stop them. But Rudra has a personal mission. He needs to meet Azura, the one who wants me dead. See you guys in 2 days.